Hello everyone, my name is Balbir Kaur. I'm a school librarian working at Nine Star School in Birmingham, and it was an honour and privilege for me to be selected as a Carnegie and Kay Greenaway judge last year, so I'll be doing the judging for the year 2021 and 2022. My recommendations today are very eclectic, I think. I'm going to start off with something that's just been published in America just last month. It's called Fauja, Singh Keeps Going. And it's a book by, the author is Singh, and the illustrator is Balbir Kaur. Together they've produced an astounding book which takes you on a journey of a real life hero who is still alive. He's a centurion, he's Sikh, he wears a turban, he's brown. Not something you see very often in children's books or in books generally. So, but the story is told so brilliantly, it will appeal to everyone. The story starts off in India. Fauja Singh struggled in his young life, couldn't walk properly, everyone sort of looked down on him probably, and he faced a lot of prejudice because of this. He went through all sorts of trials and tribulations, ended up in London, and in his 80s decided he wanted to become a marathon runner, which is an astonishing thing in itself. And he broke the world record for being the oldest marathon runner just a few years ago. He's now retired, but you can read his story in Fauja Singh Keeps Going. The illustrations are amazing, the story, beautifully written. It will grab your attention whether you're a little kid, whether you're an adult or in between. I think this book will appeal to all of you. My second book, I can show you this one, is called The Breadwinner. And this is interesting because there's 3 different ways you can actually enjoy this book. You can read the original book, you can watch the film, or you can go read the graphic novel, which is adapted and based on the film. So there's 3 different ways you can actually enjoy this book, and I've enjoyed 2 of the ways. I'm going to have to find the film and watch it and sort of make my own judgment. But you know what? The book is always better, don't you think? But yeah, this story is amazing. It's very hard hitting. It's about Afghanistan. Right in the beginning, you meet Pavana, the main character, and she goes to the market with her father, and they're sitting there every day. They go there, and her father says, anything written, anything read, Pashto and Dari, beautiful items for sale. That is their sales pitch. He actually reads letters or things like that, or writes letters and things like that for other people who are illiterate. Afghanistan, because of all its issues, has a very illiterate population. And Pavana goes with her father every day and learns all the tricks of the trade, because they're going to come in useful later on, because her father gets arrested, taken away. We don't know what the reason is. We can presume or guess what the reason is. So, but in Afghanistan at that time, girls were not allowed out. She was quite small, so she got away with it. She looked like a boy. So guess what? She has a brainwave and decides that she's going to become a boy and carry on doing the jobs that her father did, because her sister, her older sister and her mum can't go out to earn a living. She's only got a few years, and she sees and hears quite a lot of dramatic things, quite a lot of graphic things, and they're very heart-wrenching. But the thing that comes through is the passion of Pavana and her resilience, and how she keeps going and hoping and wishing. And I think that's the sort of metaphor for the whole of Afghanistan. Despite all the problems, the people there still make the most of their life. And I think it's a message for all of us in these difficult times. So read the book, watch the film, read the graphic novel, make your choice. Thank you. Finally, is this book. This book is gay. You know how they say never judge a book by its cover? I judged this book by its cover. I saw the cover and I thought, right, I have to get that for the library. Didn't know what it was. Well, obviously I did know what it was about because the cover tells you and the story tells you. Basically, it's an advice book for older teenage young adults, I would say. Probably a bit too graphic for younger readers, or with parental guidance, they can obviously, you know, become aware of things that are written in it. It's not a book, well, you can read it from beginning to end, but actually it's something that you would dip into. And obviously you don't have to be gay to read this book. In fact, it's probably good if you're not gay and read this book, because you will find out an awful lot of stuff. It's very straightforward advice, and there's even advice for parents. So any parents out there, you need to read this book. It's not patronizing. It's done in a very sort of adult way. Doesn't treat kids as kids, treats them as adults who have serious issues that they need to look into and get advice. So obviously it finishes off like a good old-fashioned non-fiction book. It finishes off with websites and things, advice lines and stuff like that for you to get extra information from. So it's a really good sort of introduction to a topic that most of us are scared of. If it doesn't affect us directly, we still get scared of it. It should appeal to anyone. So anyone, please read this book. Thank you for listening.